Sorry, my mic was tilted down. Good evening. What's so special about July 24th? I don't know. Nothing. I just decided that was the date I was going to put. What do you think about the Great Gunbuster? If you're interested. No, where is it? You can go to secondary NT, click on this.
Oh my god, Aaliyah.
Talking about Gunbuster with Elite and it's Mir. We got 2 comments here, crazy. And you can find out what I think about it. I should probably sit in this. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good show. Maybe we should watch the Steven portion of the Uno documentary on Gunbuster. That is true. Oh, as always, trigger me with the notifications. Steve, it's with an M, right? I don't know, maybe not. Oh no. We're probably not doing this, but I also don't have much planned today. Okay. God, it's 3 hours, of course. Of course it is. Then Elite Ari will know what the greatest YouTube video is all about. Is that the greatest YouTube video of all time? I bet it's like 10 minutes. It's definitely not 10 minutes. It's 3 hours and 13 minutes. But the section might be. Let's have a look. Gunbuster, 24 minutes until 34 minutes. It is 10 minutes. Crazy. The Hideki are no problem. We're not watching this, but we might. Remember last stream when I called you guys crazy for thinking Biden would win? Did you? I don't know. I don't remember. But also, it's crazy. He dropped out the day after I said that he's going to win, you know? Crazy. But, you know, in fairness, I did say that if he stays in the race, he's going to win. Because there was obviously a very big probability it was going to drop out, you know? But crazy. Kamala's more fun to cheer for. We better watch it. I don't know. We got other things to do. Well, we don't actually. What do we have? One thing, which I don't know if I should talk about it now or in like 5 minutes when like there's 2 other people maybe. Not that anyone shows up here. There's going to be some changes to digest. Okay, I put a community post for all the YouTube members, but we'll talk about that soon. What else? There's a bunch of videos here. We got the crossword, but other than that, not much. What's on the homepage? Let's refresh. Oops, there's a Joker trailer or something. I don't need any more Joker trailers. Okay, I'm going to watch it when he comes out. When does it come out, actually? What's the date? Only in theaters. I don't know. A long way away because I'll watch it digitally, I'm sure. Nerdrotic, the Acolyte Season 1 review, that's crazy, is still making content. Good for him. The Omniscient Reader adaptation. The Omniscient Reader adaptation. That sounds interesting, but we're not watching that. Okay. Something boys related, Attack on Titan, JoJo, some meme about JoJo's. What are the things I picked? Some meme things here that I picked. Where were they? So that was the last time. The Acolyte doesn't understand Jedi is interesting. Is Better Call Saul better than Breaking Bad? I just wanted to hear parts of that, I guess. Very salty Acolyte review. I want to skip around on this. See what is the criticism that they're levying toward the Acolyte.
That has gone into it. We'll discuss Leslie Headland in more detail later, but for the most part, I do think she's a Star Wars fan at heart who got in over her head and didn't fully consider the ramifications of what her show was doing, at least in terms of the wider canon. That doesn't excuse it.
Oh boy. Okay. I'll have you know that canon breaking and playing with the lore is not at all any part of my criticism of the Acolyte whatsoever. It's not even like 1% of the issue. I don't think it's an issue at all whatsoever. Crazy. But I know it bothers a lot of people and I can understand. Oh my god, CeeLo Pilled became a level 1? I assume that means he's a YouTube member now? Crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait a minute. We better watch it. Or I'm leaving forever. I already read that post and Ari told me about the post 2 weeks ago. True. Well, I've been talking about this for like months. I'm like, there's issues. We'll just talk about it now, I guess, but let me catch up on chat. Does it give One Piece a bigger chance of winning? It depends on what I do. It'll depend on my exact choices, which are still up in the air until the end of the month. You're all very jealous. Bigger chance of winning. You've seen Better Call Saul? Not only have I seen Better Call Saul, it's probably my favorite like live action television show I've ever seen. So I love Better Call Saul. I got to get up at 8:30 tomorrow, Elite Ari. That's crazy. That sucks. I have to get up at 6 p.m. or something, I think, because I'm watching Deadpool and Wolverine, or whatever that movie's called, tomorrow night. Yep, Silo Pilled is here. If you think it breaks canon, your opinion is disregarded automatically. I mean, it's fine to think it breaks canon. Just to think that that makes it like, I don't know, to care about canon, I guess, or like for that to be your priority in a show like this. I don't know. But yeah, I agree. Like, it doesn't break anything majorly canon. Like, or it's not like a big deal, I don't think. But for some people, it could be, so I can understand. Silo Pilled, that's not allowed. That is allowed. We love members here. I need to see this. I need to see this YouTube community post. Well, believe it or not, Silo Pilled, I think it's a tier 2 member thing. So, unfortunately, you know, a level 1 member won't be able to see it. It's a shame. If only Kyle subs were only $1. Geez, these dudes milking me dry. True. But you're going to be disappointed. It's $3 to see that community post. I think. Unless I did make a one. I don't actually remember the details, but maybe you are seeing it. Go to the community tab. You should see it. At this point, just wait for the One Piece remake. Don't worry, I'll be watching that as well. Anyway, the main thing is that so Digest has 2 issues, okay? One of them, it's a lot of effort, okay? Well, it's not really a lot of effort. It's a lot of time toward the end of the month to collect all the notes, to organize them in a way that I want to like talk about them unscriptedly. And then record it. And the recording itself takes a lot of effort and time and blah, blah, blah. It's like a 3-hour at least effort. And then plus you get like additional hours of like trying to edit it down to be like in Premiere and cutting out the bits where I wasn't talking or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's too much. It's a lot of effort, okay? And I don't like it. I wish it was easier. And the second thing is that first, I guess the second thing is combined into 2 things, which is it barely gets any views whatsoever, okay? 61, look at this. What's that other one? 82, you know? 63, you know? No one's watching these things. And when people do watch it, they generally just skip to the end for the wheel bit. And it's like, which is good. Like, I like that. But no one is really watching these. And separately, if I split them into individual things, then there are some of them that are absolutely going to get more than 60 views, for instance. Now, I'm not saying they're going to get a lot of views. They might get like 150 or something, but they're definitely getting more than 60. And those are things like The Acolyte, The Boys, I don't know, things like that. For instance, the Avatar thing I watched this year, if that was his own video, Avatar would have got way more views, like blah, blah, blah. So splitting is an idea that I should consider. But I do like the idea of having a digest at the end of every month to compile thoughts, okay? I do like it. I personally can revisit it, which is what I enjoy doing, you know, listening back. What did I think the first time I went through and what was I watching in this month and blah, blah, blah. It's a nice chronicle of the things that I consume. So I like that. So what I'm thinking of doing is 2 things. 1, replacing the many hour-long, very in-detail digest where I talk about everything that comes to mind about media stuff that I've consumed that month. I'm going to make it a 10 to 15-minute summary, spoiler-free, of the thoughts of all the things that I consumed that month, basically. So instead of going into detail, I'm going to make it I'm going to try, this is like my current plan, I don't know if it'll work out, spoiler-free, 10 to 15 minutes. So it's very easy to consume. And at the end of it, I'm still going to do the same things with the rankings. Like, I'm going to do the ranking stuff. I'm going to also reveal, I guess, the thing that won on the wheel at the end of that video. But in terms of actually spinning the wheel, I'll either do that on stream or I'm going to just do it as like a separate video that I'll just upload. I'm not sure what. We'll see at the end of the month what happens. But yeah, so that's the first thing. That's what digest itself is getting replaced with. Then, of the actual videos that are, or of the actual things that I've consumed in that month, I'm going to make separate videos for them. So as soon as I finish something, I'm going to upload a video doing it. Instead of having to wait till the end of the month, for instance, and just talking about it then, I'll just release the video for it, or a particular like 20-minute to, and who knows, maybe an hour and a half for like Berserk, for instance, or Dune. They're going to be separate videos that will just go up on this channel straight away, like as soon as I'm done and I record it, so I don't have to wait till the end of the month. Because, you know, waiting till the end of the month, it also adds issues of like, I always forget, and I'm like, oh, it's been a while, and I don't remember the details quite well, and so on and so forth. So that's the plan, okay? We'll see how this goes. I'll try it this month. And also, you know, we're toward the end of the month, so I've already missed the opportunity to make the really quick videos for like Terraria or like whatever. Like, I guess we've already done like Madoka and Gunbuster, but the idea would be like next month, for instance, whatever spins the wheel, as soon as I finish it, just make a video straight away. Then maybe I'll spin the wheel straight away again, or maybe I'll wait till the end of the month. I'm not sure. These are decisions that I'm still weighing heavily, okay? And I don't exactly know what the format of this like 10 to 15 minute spoiler-free video is going to be. I don't know if it'll be the exact same. Maybe it'll just be going through a slideshow or something like I do now, or it'll be something completely different. I don't know. So if anyone has thoughts, I'll take the thoughts, but that's generally that's at least what I've committed to this month. Anyway, let's see. Anyone say anything about this? This is community post. I read this already. No genius marketing strategy. It's not a marketing strategy, all right? I don't want people to get sign up to the wrong thing, okay? Let me know if you need an editor. Don't worry, at the moment, maybe if I get like 100,000 subs, then I'll consider it, but not right now. I can in fact see community posts, at least I think. Wait, no, it's just a poll from 5 months ago? What have I even got on here? I don't think I did a poll, but you know what? Maybe I did. No, I might have accidentally done a poll, or maybe my actual tier. Let me double check this. It has been a while since I set this up, and I don't remember the details quite well. But if you press this join button, it should tell you what you get for each tier. But the issue is, what have I got? Tier 2, tier 2. Yep, it looks like all the posts are tier 2, so my grand apologies. Elite is a scammer? Absolutely not. Ari, have you ever played modded Terraria? No, I was going to once. Like my friends, because I played through Terraria with my friends many times, actually, like 3 or 4 times, I think. And then we got to the end of it one time and we were like, okay, the next time we play, let's play with mods. And then we downloaded I think it was Tmod Loader or something, but Tmod Loader I think it wasn't updated for the current version of Terraria or something, so we had to wait, and then we waited and we just never did it because it was like, we just forgot, we had other games to play. So crazy. You should spin the wheel at the end of each individual video. No, that's insane. That would be like 6 wheel spins a month. There's no way. So everyone has to click it even if they don't care. Well, I don't want people to click it if they don't care. I mean, there probably could be some audience, which is like for the digest at the end of the month. If it only is 10 minutes, they might just be like, oh, let me just watch the whole thing and see at the end. But I don't expect many people to do that. So everyone has to click. You could just CeloPilled what the poll was on. Oh yeah, true. What was the poll on? Thanks for becoming a member. If you're interested, let me know what type. Oh, okay. Just the classic like content kind of. What do you want? And I don't think many people answered that from memory, but this was a long time ago. Also, I think either it's been 5 months or 6 months since the first member, so I think they should have a different badge color now. So, and I don't remember who it was, but maybe Jarky Bacon. I don't know, but someone might show up and they'll have like this really cool different colored badge. It'd be crazy. Oh my god. The K-Bird one step ahead. Maybe in thought, but not in practice. Seal build. Okay, very funny. Crazy updates. How's the Gunbuster discussion actually going? Let's have a look. 61. That's it's not terrible. So it's almost as much as Madoka. Right? 70. Anyway. And this is getting 128 views. Can you believe it? Yep, people hated the kiss. Crazy. Okay. What are we doing? We got this. Oh yeah, the salty acolyte thing.
And he thinks it's there. It's right there. I wrote it down. Just do that. Sometimes you can't just do that and make it work.
All right.
Think about the original TIE Fighter, or Slave One, or even the Cloud Cars. It's easy to forget that George took a lot of risks. If you were to, for example, only look at the designs from
All
Is a fan of Star Wars.
This is outrageous. I object to the Senator's statement.
Or otherwise, despite their ultimate mission being peace and justice throughout the galaxy, in spite of the given political turmoil of the day. A mission that ultimately survived the execution of their order, reignited the compassion of a fallen hero, and conquered the very evil that sought to undo it because...
Alright. I don't have the patience for this, okay? What? They kissed. True, people did kiss. Leia and Luke, right? Crazy. Playing the beginning of our House of the Dragon review, Elite Ari, it's gold. No, I'm not going to spoil people on what happens in House of the Dragon, okay? Yes, Middle Kiss, Net Kissed even. Was that Alison? We're not spoiling House of the Dragon here, okay? There's people here who want to see it, I'm sure. It's only a day old. Okay, that was the Acolyte. What else is there? The Acolyte most frequently asked questions. That's I'm mildly interested to skip around in this. Acolyte. This is the section of the stream where I'm just going to skip around the videos that look interesting. And I'm like, what are they talking about, I guess we can just start this from the beginning. I am interested. What is a frequently asked question?
And a lot of the same questions popped up over the course of the season. So today I'm going to answer the most frequently asked questions I saw over and over again.
An acolyte kills without...
What is going to be the #1 question? Is it going to be, the stranger, whatever they call him, Is he the master or the apprentice? I don't know. What else is there?
A weapon.
What is an acolyte? Leslie Headland
okay.
referred to characters like Asajj Ventress in interviews about her series, so I think it's safe to say that a Sith acolyte is basically the Sith apprentice's apprentice. You have Darth Sidious, the Sith master, and then you have Dooku, who trained under him, but also hoped to recruit someone to help him defeat his master. He asked Obi-Wan Kenobi to join him in Attack of the Clones. Asajj Ventress filled that role for some time. Savage Opress briefly worked with him after Dooku betrayed her. We've also seen Darth Vader attempting to recruit Luke in The Empire Strikes Back, or in Legends, he had his own secret apprentice, Galen Merrick. So an acolyte isn't quite a Sith. They're not fully a part of the Rule of Two, but they're someone the Sith apprentice sees as a potential recruit, someone to help them defeat their master so they can take more power. The opening text for the Acolytes says there have been centuries without war in the Galactic
Oh
Republic.
my god, I completely forgot there was opening text.
But wait, what about the Nile and everything that happened in the books and comics? Does that not count as a war? I would argue that no, it doesn't count as a...
Okay, alright. Crazy. If you like the Acolyte, go watch that video. I'm sure there'll be something interesting in there. Oh, you got another one, Acolyte thing? What is this?
What
30
happened
seconds?
to Mother Coral, the Zabrak witch we saw in the Coven on Brandok?
She, like,
as far as we
teleported.
know, she'd survived, as she wasn't one of the witches who'd taken control of Kelnaka's mind, and then perished after Indara broke the spell. The last we saw of her, she vanished, using the witch's version of the thread to dissipate into the air. But do you think she's going to show up at a later point, or was she killed off screen? Because there was no real mention or reference to her after this shot of her disappearing. They kind of just made you assume she died with the rest of the witches.
Maybe she did. What is this? Oh, another video on the list. I don't know. I just assume she's going to come back in season 2. I wonder if there will be a season 2. Have they announced that yet? That's pretty crazy. A lot of hate for this show. But I guess the hate could make it very popular, so I don't know. Oh, there was some, like... I didn't follow this at all. All I know about this, there was some outage, like, pretty widespread for, like, on Windows. And everyone was blaming Microsoft, but it turned out it was, like, some security software or something. So, I don't know, it didn't affect me at all. So, I don't know. But I'm mildly interested to find out what that was. And this just showed up on my homepage. Any more Acolyte things I can finish up? The Acolyte doesn't understand Jedi. This could be, oh, you know what?
The Acolyte.
Let's watch this, the whole thing, okay? Then we're done with the Acolyte for now. Okay, Damon's... What am I up to? Only 2 episodes left. Miller, time to catch up. Okay, well, I'm not going to read out the House of the Dragon spoilers. They're just talking about it. Acolyte's over, Elite give it up. True, it is over. Boo, Steven Video, boo. Puni Baba is here saying hello. Star Wars was never good. Well, it depends. If you're talking about the prequel trilogy, you'd be wrong, because the prequels were so good. But everything else was bad, okay? The original, the sequels, everything. They're all terrible. Man, everything with the witches, Osha, and May is the most boring shit ever. That is the mainstream opinion, which I disagree with, but yeah. Puni Baba is pretty smart. True. Even Soul is boring. Nope, I love Soul. He's great. Soul was the most interesting thing the Acolyte did. I know all about this, Elite RE. The news told me. Bring back Jackie. True, Miller loves Jackie from first sight. It only affects businesses, Ari, not personal computers. Crazy. So some enterprise security software? Crazy. How do you know I'm not a business? Maybe I have a business computer. But I don't. But maybe I do. Linux, Chad, stay safe. I am sure Linux will have its day, okay? Something terrible will happen. Are you enjoying House of the Dragon Season 2, Ari? I am. I enjoy House of the Dragon's great. If you want to see my in-depth thoughts, go to Secondary NT. You know, we got a nice discussion series every week. We do an hour and a half. It's mainly Kyle, you know, but I chime in every now and then when he probes me to. Is Chainsaw Man chapter coming out tonight? Yes, it is. Live reaction? No, I'm not. But you know what? Kyle Entertainment's a brave man. He could stream and do his live reaction on Twitch, but who knows? Maybe he'll get banned forever, so don't do that, Kyle. Yeah, says Miller. Too bad it's going to be good. Not going to be good. Yeah, true. Kyle thinks it's going to be a fight. I guess last minute predictions, I think there's going to be no fight because, you know, or I mean, there probably will be a fight, but it'll be like pretty one-sided. Like Chainsaw Man's obviously going to win, but I guess we'll see. It could be interesting. He could do something interesting. I stick with my prediction that this is going to cause like one of those universe-breaking things of like what happens if he eats himself or something, and it's like, can a thing delete itself if it doesn't exist because it can't eat itself or whatever? I think it'll be something interesting like that. Season 2 has a lot of haters, unlike Season 1. That's interesting. I think you're talking about House of the Dragon. I don't think I've read a single Reddit thread about it. Like, because generally these days, as soon as I finish watching the episode, I like immediately go to the talk about it with Kyle, and then afterwards I just never look anything up. So I actually did, like last season, I think I would look at Reddit threads afterwards, at least, even after our discussion. This time I don't even know what people think about it, but Wonder if it's reflected in IMDb, or if people really like it. I guess on Twitter, occasionally, like I saw a lot of people like the 4th episode, the big fight one. So these are like 8. I guess we can do a IMDb graph, right? House of the Dragon. Yeah, it's like a bit lower, but not that much different. So 8.3, 8.3, 7.7, 9.6. That's the one everyone liked. 7.5, 6.3. Oh, okay, because it had the, you know, we're not going to spoil it, but it had some, yeah, I could understand why some people would be outraged that they did this. Crazy. Season 1 was mid as hell. No way season 2 is worse. It's very different. There's not any time skips or anything. I think it's a very different vibe to season 1, that's for sure. New Chainsaw Man chapter in 10 minutes. Oh my god. Well, I hope no one spoils anything. Maybe I'll have to end the stream in 10 minutes. We'll see. We're gay. No. True, that was how that video opened. Oh yeah. Oh my god, we need to do Reddit recaps in House of the Dragon. No, that's how I get spoiled. I can promise you that. But is there like a House of the Dragon subreddit? Surely. Let's see their discussion posts. Not, why is it like this? No book spoilers, book spoilers. Let's go to the no book spoilers. Oh wait, this has spoilers. I'm going to spoil it for you guys. What am I thinking? Oh my god. We don't want to spoil House of the Dragon. Oh my god. Season 1 was great. Season 2 had its moments, but they're dragging out the Damon stuff too much. Yeah, I generally agree. I mean, I generally agree about the Damon thing. I think I've enjoyed both seasons pretty similarly. I think the highs of season 1 were higher than this, that's for sure. But I guess we'll see. There's still 2 episodes left. Especially considering it's all TV original. I didn't know that. I thought it was a thing that happens at Harrenhal, but I don't know. Kyle's the one who misinforms me on these things, okay? The Acolyte doesn't understand the Jedi. Let's see. What does the Acolyte not understand about the Jedi? Oh, it's a small channel as well. Hell yeah, we love small channels. What other videos have they made? Okay, they got 4 videos. They're all Star Wars. Okay, they're a Star Wars fan. Why Disney's lightsaber duels suck? True, they do suck. How redemption works in Star Wars. Okay, nice neutral video. You know, not about Disney. Was the best scene in New Hope. A nice, cool video. Okay, we like this channel, even though we don't know anything about them.
Light is finally over, and I couldn't be happier with it being over. I did not like the show at all. I could drone on for hours about all the different aspects, small and large, that irked me. Many other people on YouTube have picked the show apart so thoroughly that I, fortunately, do not feel the need to do so in broad strokes. Rather, I'd like to pick on one aspect of the show in particular, the portrayal of the Jedi. It's clear to me at this point that Lucasfilm fundamentally does not understand the Jedi Order. I truly wonder what Leslie Headland or Kathleen Kennedy's...
You know what Eric Whiteley would say in this moment? He would say, the complete arrogance to think that you know more than the people creating it. But no, you can know more than them, okay? I agree.
Would be to the question, what are the Jedi? For the purposes of our discussion, I think it's most prudent to start with what the Jedi are not. They are not people skilled with a lightsaber, those able to wield the Force, someone who fights the Sith.
Wait, so what are Jedi? I guess I assume Jedi are people who have undergone the ceremony to be within this particular group of people or something, right? Similar to how to be part of that Brendok witch cult, you have to undergo that ceremony, right? I don't know. I assume that's like the definition of a Jedi?
Or a police officer patrolling the galaxy. These are all things that a Jedi may do, but they are not what makes a Jedi a Jedi. I imagine we all can agree that...
Or is this more like a philosophical thing about like, what is a woman? You know, what makes a woman a woman? Is this like one of those things? I guess we'll see.
Non-Jedi could do any of those things I listed above. Being a Jedi is about adhering to and living by a rigorous mental philosophy.
Yeah, but who defines the philosophy?
The Jedi's philosophy is, in simplified terms, Stoicism, in which listening to reason, or the cosmic logos as some Stoics would call it, is replaced by listening to the Force. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Stoicism. Stoics are often defined by their resilience in hardship, their lack of outward emotional displays, and, to some, an unnervingly inhuman control of their emotions. What people, especially those critical of Stoicism, will neglect to tell you is that helping others is the ultimate goal. The true purpose of a Jedi's training is not to hone their skills in combat or master their use of the Force, but to train their mind. Anakin, the most naturally gifted warrior in the Jedi Order, with Force potential above that of even Master Yoda, was not given the rank of Master due to his difficulty adhering to the Jedi's philosophy, a failure that would lead to his, and many others' demise. I'm not the first to say that the Acolyte in general just doesn't make any sense. I imagine if you ask the writers why many characters do something, their response would be something along the lines of, well, in that moment, X is feeling so Y that they do Z. While this line of reasoning often works with average people in stressful situations who end up making mistakes, it's incredibly lazy in writing as it often results in characters breaking their characterization. In the case of the Jedi, who have trained their whole life to emotionally insulate their actions from external stresses, it demonstrates the writer's fundamental misunderstanding of what a Jedi is. None of the Jedi we meet in The Acolyte have the mentality of a true Jedi. They are impatient, temperamental, and moody.
Is that true? I wonder. Do we ever meet a Jedi? Like a true... I mean, even then. Okay, so the things that are going through my mind are that Sol is obviously meant to be embodiment of, like, a failed Jedi, right? He did the wrong thing. He failed. He is not the embodiment of a good Jedi, and that's the point. She clearly has a backstory with her failed Padawan, and she's got stuff that she's hiding. She is not a good Jedi either. Then we're following, like, Jekki, I think that's her name, and Yord and stuff. They're just, like, Padawans, right? So they're not Jedi either. Osha's a dropped out Jedi. May's she's not even a Jedi at all. Who do we... I mean, the only person I was thinking... Like, obviously, all the people with Sol as well. They're all kind of pretty... They have done wrong. Except for maybe the Wookiee? I don't think the Wookiee did anything wrong, right? I don't remember. Why did he isolate himself? Did he just feel shame at how the person got in his mind or whatever? Because obviously... Oh man, I don't remember any character names from this. The guy from Game of Thrones, the young guy who like made all the mistakes, Tommen Baratheon, whatever his name is. He obviously made a bunch of mistakes, you know, acted rashly, blah blah blah. It's all his fault that the stuff on Brendok happened. Then there's whoever the Trinity from the Matrix. Like she didn't make a mistake, but she lied about what happened here to the council, which was for the greater good, right? But that's like not what the Jedi should do, right? You probably shouldn't lie. Unless, I guess maybe lying is okay. I don't know. So I'd say she's like disqualified. But I don't remember the Wookiee doing anything bad. So maybe he is the prime example of a Jedi that has done nothing wrong. Okay? So, crazy. Anyway, but he hasn't done enough for us to have any opinion on him. So, crazy. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see. Heath is here saying live blind wave poll reaction. What does that mean? Do they announce this somewhere? Or are they doing a stream right now? Or did they just put up a poll video or something? Because I'm interested. Oh my god. Poll announcement. Poll show announcement replacing free run. Oh my god, I'm gonna get so distracted, but I have to watch this. Alright, we're gonna talk about the Acolyte after this, okay? Oh wait, no, I thought this was like them announcing what it's gonna be. Should we watch it or should... No, let's just watch it. Why not?
What? Speak up, I'm deaf.
Oh my god.
Quiet on the set! Hey guys, Coral Blonde Wave, I'm Eric. I'm Calvin. Aaron. And once again, we have finished a show. That's what happens when you watch them.
Crazy, yeah.
It's sad. But that also means a rebirth, like a phoenix. There's a new show we get to watch. But we need your help to decide what to watch. Yep. We're replacing Theron, which was an anime, and...
What did he say? Jim, what?
And what to watch. Yep. We're replacing Theron, which was an anime, and...
Close enough,
all right.
Alright.
Give you 10 options of anime. All right, well, I say that we jump right into what the options are.
All right, wait. Can we exactly predict exactly what the options are going to be based on past polls? Okay. So, oh my god, look, it's blind wave right here. Crazy. So obviously, you know, I think someone said this. I don't remember if it was Heath or it could literally be anyone. There's so many people in the chat that know about blind wave. But Mishoku Tensei, someone said that it'll probably be in the free run replacement poll. So I assume that's going to be there. But it was also on a poll recently, so it might not be there. What else has been there? Love is War, but that could have won a more recent poll, so it might not be on there. But Love is War is something that tends to be on the polls. What else would they put on there? I don't even know. Evangelion, but Rick's not in the video, so probably not Evangelion. What anime have Blind Wave been striving to watch? Parasite, I think? I think I've seen Parasite in their polls before. You know what? Nothing's even coming to mind. Let's just see.
Yeah, that's what people want to know anyway. So, how about we start first, and I'm going to start at the bottom of my list. Say Samurai Champloo.
All right, yeah, they still haven't seen this. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to watch this whole thing because I already know what these are. Samurai Champloo, okay. Oh, yeah, Love is War. I'm a genius, okay. That means it didn't win the most recent poll. That's kind of funny. Delicious in Dungeon. Makes sense. It's very popular. Monster. I actually didn't know that they had Monster on there. One of their options that was always here. What is this? Killer Kill? Oh, yeah, Killer Kill. True. That's a good choice. Rurouni Kenshin. I think this is like Shane's. I think Shane's in this before. Maybe one of these have seen it before. Wait, let's see what they say.
Rurouni Kenshin, which is the 2023 version. Yes. Yeah. That is on this poll. Is that something that you're interested in? You can vote for it. I know one thing about Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh, I don't know nothing. I don't want to know nothing. Oh my god, that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I hope they watch that. That'd be great. Oh, Mushoku Tensei. There's no way it's winning, but that would be really funny for them to react to it. Konosuba. This would be the nightmare scenario. I hope they choose anything besides this. This will be the next Spy Family where I'm like, god damn it, why are they reacting to this? Evangelion, so it is on here. I wonder if Rick would be there to react to this. That'd be kind of cool. So what am I voting for? Okay, I'm gonna use my audience here. We're gonna all vote for the same thing, okay, guys? We're gonna vote for number 1, of course. It's got to be Mushoku Tensei because that'd be really funny. What else is there? Slime is a good choice. Evangelion would be really cool. I don't care about... I mean, Kill la Kill would be okay. What was the first one? Samurai Champloo. I think I'm going to go number 1, Mushoku Tensei, number 2, Slime, and then number 3, Kaguya-sama, Love is War. Okay, that's what we're going with, guys. Okay? Anyway. Crazy. What are the comments saying? Wait, let me guess. They're all going to be like... I actually don't know what they're going to say. They could be anything. Oh, man, Monster. True. I don't think it's... I've seen this on a poll before. That would be gold. True. I also don't feel like I've seen it on a poll. Come on, Kill la Kill. It is crazy they haven't watched Kill la Kill again. I feel like Kill la Kill is an anime that Blind Wave would have reacted to in like 2017. Somehow they haven't seen it. Kaguya, Love is War. Monster needs to win. What are they talking on the subreddit? Dr. Stone season finale reaction didn't show up in the subscription feed. What a surprise. For some reason, it was uploaded a couple of weeks early in case you missed it like me. That's really funny. Oh, they have the nice poll here with one Reddit comment. Kaguya-sama, Love is War, please. It's been on so many polls. True. Anyone think the audio could be improved? I'm very curious what Rick's typical process is when it comes to hint hunts. Rick's reaction to weapon of choice. Hint hunt, blind wave out of context. All right. Crazy. That's the blind wave tangent, okay? Back to the Acolyte, I guess. Oh boy. So in the books, we never hear about what Damon was doing over at Harrenhal. Okay, your mother misinformed you, idiot. That's a great idea, Heath. Can you guys make the chapter review before my study period tomorrow? I doubt it. Every blind wave poll is exactly the same. So boring. That's interesting. It kind of is. The issue for me is that all the stuff that I want to win, it never wins anymore. Like, I can't even remember the last time something I wanted to win actually won. So, to me, it just feels like all the stuff I want is always on the same poll and it just never wins. So I'm like, okay. Unless there was something that... I don't feel like there was anything. Like, Chainsaw Man wasn't like a poll thing. It was just... They just watched it, right? An adult human female. True, that is what Jordan... No, that is not what Jordan Peterson says. I don't know what he says. Are you a Jedi if you scream when you stub your toe? Absolutely not. You're not living up to the ideals of a Jedi, the stoic ideals. I love Jedi, bro. God, Kyle just said the best thing ever. I love Jedi, bro. They're so cool. That's literally why I like Star Wars so much, Kyle. That's exactly the reason, because they're so cool. Imagine if they had Star Wars in the in the Wars. Now that's a conceit. Imagine if they had stars in the Wars. Now that's a conceit. Okay. Sol and Venestra are so stoic. They're so boring. Sol is I don't think Sol is stoic. Venestra is like... She's definitely stoic, and she's the most boring character in the show. Yord is a knight. Oh, he actually was a knight? Yeah, that's right. He did become a knight, right? He's great, okay? You know what? He's the prototypical example of a Jedi. There we go. We like Yord. So basically, a Jedi is a sci-fi warrior monk. According to this guy, true. The point of Star Wars is that emotion is good, right? Jedi holding back their feelings is what led to their downfall. I don't remember. If we're like, what was the whole conclusion with Rey? I am all the Jedi. I don't know. I have no idea what what Jedi is. Jedi just like, they're just a thing, okay? Wookiees can't be Jedi, they're animals. Jesus, Kyle, that's crazy. What's next? One of those little Wookiee things. Those little, what? I don't even know what you're talking about here. Oh, you mean the Porgs? Or something else? Hey, what are we all up to? Oh, we're just talking about Blind Wave and the Acolyte and stuff. No way, he actually watches these and not just checks the timestamps. Don't worry, when I'm off stream, that's literally... I just scroll through and I look at the timestamps. But when I'm on stream, you know, I just want to pass the time by watching things. And, yeah. crew of Kyle Entertainment. Kyle here. We need a group name, Elite Ari. We can call it the Universe Ari or something. I don't know. You got Elite Ari, Ordinary Ari, and Universe Ari. Oh my god, it's merely Vinland Saga. True. JoJo's decline in popularity is so sad. You mean the anime or the manga? Is the manga declining? I thought the manga's still pretty popular. I could understand the anime because Netflix like did a 3-release thing. Ari's doing his blind wave thing. He'll notice you in a second. That is true. Oh my god, 2 pedo anime. What was the other one? I don't even. It's gone now. I don't even know. Mia likes Dungeon Meshi. I saw those tweets. It's different type of pedo anime. Miller, don't be crass. I don't know anything about Dungeon Meshi, so I don't know. For now, Dungeon Meshi was very good. I already went 1 Kaguya-sama, okay, 2 Mishoku, okay, and 3 Ava. Good choices. We like that, Heath, okay? Have they seen... You know what's also... Now that I'm thinking about it, I hate their poll system's really annoying. It used to be much easier when it was just on Patreon. And you can just, like, open Patreon, click it. Now you have to, like, find the link, which I guess would be on the video, but I don't get a notification for their videos. Surely it's on the video, right? They would do that. They're not crazy, right? Then you need to log into the website. Then you need to wait for the straw poll thing to load. Not the straw poll, the Survey Monkey thing to load, which takes forever for me for some reason. And you need to hope your ad blocker's not on, or at least depends on the ad blocker, I guess. But for me, it always messes it up. And then you vote. And then you can just vote again if you just refresh the page or like change your IP address, which I've never done. Okay, I would never tamper with those things, but crazy. Where is it? Crazy. Become a patron. We're not logged in. Okay. Have you seen Kill la Kill, Ari? I have seen Kill la Kill. I love Kill la Kill. It's great. They're gonna watch Ava in the Netflix dub. I'm not gonna watch. I'm gonna not watch. You should open your mind, Kyle. You know, some dubs actually really good. For instance, Gunbuster, for the 2 seconds that I watched of it. Ava's the only good option. Ava would be fun. Just like the normies. Did the normies watch Ava? I remember Film Buff was watching Ava. I don't even remember if you finished. No, he did finish. He just never watched an end of Ava, right? Which is really funny. And he still hasn't seen Attack on Titan, but one day he will. It was the greatest day of my life, 10 years from now. Just like the normies, unlike the great Film Buff, true. I say an end of Ava reaction would be funny. Then I remember their reactions to the eclipse was boring as hell. I didn't think it was boring. It was okay. All right, Chainsaw Man. I'm going to go read the new chapter real quick. True. I need to do that right after the stream. Wait, it's not on manga C yet. That's good. All right. It never is. Sealer Build. I love how Aaron always brings up his cringe fanfic of the I am all the Jedi scene, which sounds infinitely worse than the already terrible scene. It depends what you... I assume what you're saying is when he says that, oh, if only all the Jedi, like the Force Ghosts or whatever, were behind Rey. Because I completely agree with him that the I am all the Jedi scene completely falls flat for me, basically. I mean, the music is like good, but or not the lack of music or whatever it is. I remember the music being a thing, but it could also be the fact that there's no music is what makes it great. But it just feels so empty. Like, what is it? She just has another lightsaber and she's like pushing back harder now, and I'm like, what a weird climax. But if it was a thing where it's like all the other Jedi were behind her literally, that would be kind of cool. I do like the idea. Manga Plus is 404ing for me right now. I can't read Chainsaw Man. It's because people are just so obsessed with Chainsaw Man. They're just so excited. Chainsaw Man chapter was weird. I think Fujimoto did too many drugs. That's what I want to hear, okay? Cool, we like weird things. Can you just send the Survey Monkey link to others? I'm not sure, actually. Probably. There's probably a way to do it. Is it just as easy as like right-clicking it? I feel like I looked into this at one point. Because I was getting quite frustrated because all the things I wanted to win or like were obviously going to win didn't win, and I like put it on I went to their Discord and I talked about it. I need to be logged in to do it anyway. I don't know. I'm sure there's a way to do it. The Rurouni Kenshin author went to jail for child. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know anything about it. Okay, that's the other pedo show, not Dungeon Meshi. Okay. CeeLo Pill, tell me when it's out on Manga C, okay? I would die of cringe if Ahsoka and Kanan appeared behind Rey. Well, I mean, you wouldn't do that. You'd have, I don't know what you're picturing. What I'm picturing is, oh my god, what am I gonna... Rey, I am all the Jedi. Oh my god, there is music. We love music. Look at this, she's gonna bring up a second lightsaber. No? I guess that's the first lightsaber. Where's the second one? Here it is. No, she's already got it up.
And I.
Hey, the music stops. We love it.
I'm all the Jedi.
True. Oh my god. Now what I'm picturing is you get a shot like this. Over here you have Luke. Over here you have Leia, of course. And then you have like the next layer. You got Obi-Wan and Yoda and I was gonna say Darth Sidious, but I know you got Dooku when he was a nice happy Jedi. You have all the like other secondary characters, and then you have a row behind them, and then it's like Kanan and Ahsoka and like all the like third characters, and then you go behind them and you got like all the you have like a bunch of things from non-canon material like Legends, and all the Legends fans will be so happy. Then you go back a step and it'll be like a bunch of just normal people who aren't Jedi, and it's like, oh my god, even when normal happy people die, like who aren't Jedi, they can be in the they can live on forever. Oh my god, crazy. That's my headcanon, okay? That's what's happening right here. We just can't see it because we're not trained in the Force or something. We can't see Nen, okay? Crazy. God, this is the worst film ever made. I feel like you haven't seen The Marvels, Miller the Killer, okay? The Marvels was a pretty terrible movie. Well, now just looking at it. This is the only movie I've ever seen where I considered walking out of the theater. That's crazy. People really don't like this movie. For reference, you know, I've said this many times before, but I think this is perfectly fine. There's a lot of good elements to this movie that I think I like a lot. Like the, basically anything with Palpatine, I think is just really good. But the stuff at the beginning is just so boring, and the stuff on the Rebel base is so boring. So yeah, that's, I guess, my overall take. But you know, a lot of people don't like this movie, and I can understand. Don't agree with Millamere. It's bad tact. That is true. Miller is a somewhat enemy occasionally of this stream, but right now he's neutral, okay? Word to the wise. Remember Pearl Harbor. That is so true. Was that? There's no way. Was that on the 24th of July? Wait, when was Pearl Harbor? Oh, that's December. Okay. I thought that'd be crazy. The Marvels didn't go against what Marvel is or anything. No, it was just an incredibly boring movie. One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my whole life. It's worse than Madam Web. That's like saying something. Ciclet with a classic Sopranos reference. Okay. I've seen a lot of the movies where I've considered walking out of the theater. If you haven't, you need to watch more movies. I think, there's only been one. I mean, I've literally walked out of one movie, which was The Incredible Hulk back in like 2003, because I was a child and I was very scared when he like injected a frog or something, and I freaked out. I was like, I can't do this, and I like left, or my dad like left with me or whatever. But the only one I would have actually walked out on was Fantastic Beasts 2. I did not like that, but at this point, it's been so long that I don't even remember what I didn't like about it. But the only reason I didn't walk out was because I was there with friends, and I'm like, oh, I mean, we're just going to stick through this. You know, my friends are here. But that was I remember disliking that movie a lot, but I don't remember why. The Capered, I'm going to bed soon. You might have to conform and read on Viz like a sheep. Lamau. Okay, Sealerfield, there's no way anyone actually walks out of movies. Maybe if you go by yourself. I mean, yeah, if you go by yourself and the theater's like pretty empty and it's like, what am I doing wasting my time here? You could feel it, you know. You could feel the impulse to leave. I walked out of a movie once because it was dub, not sub, not joking. I had one experience where it was a few years ago. I went to a Sword Art Online movie. Now, I've never seen Sword Art Online, but I just like assumed it was subbed, and I went in and it was dubbed, and I was like, oh, okay, crazy. It was like a weird, shocking experience. And I think the whole crowd also was like, as soon as they started talking and it was in English, I think everyone was like, whoa, what is this? Or maybe it was the complete opposite. Maybe I like was expecting the dub and it was a sub, but the language was like, it surprised me. It was a shock. So yeah. Such blatant ignorance from the youth. Wouldn't be surprised if veterans wouldn't be willing to fight today with what our country has become. That is true, Ciclet. Thank you, Ciclet. I'm not too big of a movie buff. Oops. But generally, even when I think something is bad, I stay the whole way through. That's a respectable principle to have. Trying to think, has there ever been a movie that I've stopped watching, like when I'm at home, like watching digitally, for instance? I think probably not since I've started Digest. I don't think, because now that I like have something and I'm like I can put it on my list, I think I generally will stick through it. There are some things I've dropped, like shows or whatever, I think, or games. I remember when I was watching X-Men Apocalypse. Is that the movie with Oscar Isaac? Wait, Apocalypse. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this movie. I remember I was watching this at home, like on my computer or whatever, like many years ago. And I remember thinking it was really bad and boring, and I like skipped to the end, like the final fight. I think I skipped like an hour of this movie because I was like, why am I watching this? And I just like skipped it. But I don't think I dropped it. I guess I would be considered dropping it, I guess. And I think maybe similarly for Justice League, or maybe for Justice League, I just did drop it. Like I started watching it, I just didn't finish it. Those are my two go-to examples, I guess. But generally when I go to a theater, I watch with friends. But yeah, sometimes I go by myself. Like Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, I watch that by myself. Arrival, I watched that by myself. A bunch of stuff when I was in America. I think The Last Jedi I watched by myself when I was in Canada. Yeah. I guess the girlfriend wants you to leave. You gotta go. You gotta leave. Actually, I walk out. It's true. I just understood what you meant there. Actually, I walk out of movies 2 to 3 times every movie because I gotta piss. God, crazy. I walked out of Madam Web for like 10 minutes because I had to piss. Crazy. Actually, I don't think it was 10 minutes. Probably like 2 minutes. Excuse me. I wonder if Deadpool would be cringe enough to make me want to leave. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. I'm so excited to get Tyrone Magnus's review of Deadpool. I wonder if he's gonna like it or if it'll be work agenda, the workalite. But like, what's like the Deadpool name? Deadpool and Workerine or something? I don't know. What's the movie actually called? Is it Deadpool and Wolverine? Yeah, it is Deadpool and Wolverine. It's gonna be the Workerine or something. Okay. I didn't even have a ride. I walked home better than watching dubs. Oh my god, we love dubs here. This is a pro dub channel. We're just like, or not to the same extent as Blind Wave though, because they're like crazy pro dub. I do unusually run when pissing though. I'm assuming, oh wait, I do usually run. Crazy. Guys, what's better, Star Wars or Lord of the Rings? Star Wars, obviously, come on. But I haven't read the book. Maybe the book for Lord of the Rings is better. I wonder if Deadpool has a Biden reference they had to dub over last second. That would be funny. That'd be so cool if they make a reference to like really modern, like recent stuff. That'd be so cool. Came back the next day and saw the same movie subbed. What movie is it? Is it like you mean an anime or is this like a foreign film or something? The K-Brid chapter on Jesus Christ. The K-Brid chapter out on Manga Sea. Lord of the Rings is cool and Star Wars is mega lame. Yeah, what do you like about Lord of the Rings, Kyle? Gandalf would 100% solo the verse. True, honestly. Would he? Let me think. What's like could Gandalf take out the Zillo Beast, I wonder? Okay, I'll get out of bed. People are so delusionally thinking Vader is strong. Vader's strong because he's the chosen one, okay? Destiny's been going crazy recently, huh? How close are you to unsubbing? The only thing that I was close to unsubbing over was when he became a conspiracy theorist for like 2 streams, and I was like, I can't do this. Considering resubbing, says Miller, crazy. Okay, there have definitely been movies I've walked out to go to the bathroom and just not in a rush to go back. Lol, that's pretty funny. Tyrone already spoiled the movie for me and him. Well, don't spoil it for me, okay? I don't want to know. I'll skip over the message if you send something. Super Smash Bros. Movie for me. I also haven't seen that. Is that the one that people said was like really good? Or is that the Mario Brothers or something? Maybe that's just Blind Wave. I have no idea. We hate dubs here, says Kyle Entertainment. 20-minute poo as an excuse not to watch the end. Maybe the end saved it, but I wouldn't know and highly doubt it. Crazy. I've never pooped ever during a movie. Not once. Not a single time. I would never do that in a cinema bathroom. No way. Han Solo is the president in the Marvel Universe, though. True, I did see that. No, yes. Yeah, they recast him or something. And when I did my trailer reaction a few streams ago, and I said it was like looked okay, but it could be, it looks bad as well. I don't know. I didn't know he was recast. I don't know why he was oh no, the guy died, right? The actor died or something, I think. I don't know. Okay, bedtime. Bye, guys. All right, see you, Loopfield. I am no man. That's what I like about Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah, true. Kyle loves like feminism and stuff. Good for you, Kyle. We love feminism. This is a pro-feminism place. Gandalf is a celestial being. He could take out anyone from the Star Wars universe. Anyone, even the Mortis gods. You think he could take out the father, the son, and the daughter? I don't know about that. You know that Mario movie is the highest grossing animated movie of all time. I doubt that. Miller says it's Frozen 2. If I were to guess, highest grossing... If we're talking like global box office, I don't know. It could literally be anything. Frozen 2 sounds believable. It could also be like some random Pixar movie. I don't know. Is Box Office Mojo still a thing? Global box office world. Well, I guess global is thing. All-time animated. What is the numbers.com? Never heard of that. The Lion. Wait, is there a new Lion King? Is this an animated movie? I guess it's animated, like CGI, right? That's pretty funny to consider that to be the... I mean, it makes sense. It is animated. Like, why is something being photorealistic not animated? Like, you're still... The way of producing it is to animate things, I guess. Frozen 2. There we go. Inside Out 2. How up to date is this, I wonder? Oh, it is. Oh, Jesus. Inside Out. I didn't even clock it. Inside Out 2 is like... this high up in only... When did it come out? That was really recent, right? Jesus, in June, and it's already 1.4 billion. How did it get more than the first one? I guess it became very popular over time, I guess. Like... Crazy. And it's not even like inflation's fault, because it's only 10 years, right? That also is pretty crazy that it's 10 years. There's no way, right? 2015? I guess it's 9 years, but... Jeez, I feel like Inside Out just came out like a few years ago. We love box office. What is this? The US gross or something? Crazy. It is pretty funny that Lion King is in the animated category. God. Another movie that I'm sure doesn't exist because I've never seen anyone talk about it. Frozen 2. I remember, oh my god, remember the sickest trailer I've seen in my life? That Frozen 2 trailer? God, I watched this so many times. It was so cool. She's like running on ice or something, right? So I don't know if I can react to this. Wait, are there reactions to this? Wait. Frozen 2 trailer reaction. Oh yeah, they got this. It's so cool. She's like running on ice or something and trying to get far away. Wait, is this what I'm thinking of? Look at this. How cool is this? Oh my god. So anyway, I've never seen Frozen. I've never seen Frozen 2. The only thing I know some things, obviously. It's like a popular meme, like Spider-Man and Elsa or whatever. I know she has a sister, Annie, something. I don't know. This was a sick trailer when it came out. I was so excited. I was like, oh god, maybe I'll watch this thing, but I didn't. How did it end up going, actually? Frozen, let's see. Frozen is 2013, Jesus Christ. 7.4. Frozen 2, 6.8. Okay, looks like people weren't too big fans of it. Rotten Tomatoes. Frozen. Rotten Tomatoes. Frozen 2. Okay, we got 90% reviewers, 85% audience for the first one, 77% reviewers, and 92% audience. So it looks like the audience tended to think it was a good movie more, the second one, whereas the reviewers tended to think it was a good movie more for the first one. Crazy. My goodness. Okay. The Mario movie isn't real. I think it is. Tom Bombadil could, because he's actually secretly God in disguise. That's a Lord of the Rings character. I recognize that name. Neither is Frozen 2. It has great songs, Kyle. I do know that famous song, the Let It Go. Let It Go, Let It Go. You know that one? Crazy. And do you want to build a snowman? I know that riff, like the beginning bit. Why did I never see one trailer or poster or review for either of them? I don't know. It was out of your algorithm. Inside Out 2 did that well. Yeah, I'm really surprised. That's crazy how quick it is. Well, I didn't see anyone talking about it. The only person I saw talk about it was Jackie Bacon. And I think that was like off stream in like one of our pre-Mushoku Tensei recording discussions or something. I guess I'm not the Pixar fan. And maybe actually, I think because we were recording Mushoku Tensei, I think he like couldn't make it to watch the movie or something. I think we took that away from him or something like that. Guess I'm not in the Pixar fandom. True. I have not watched a Pixar movie in a long time. Unless like something I'm forgetting. Are these by date? Oh yeah, they are. So what's the last one I saw? Lightyear looked really cool as well in the trailer, but apparently it was like pretty bad, right? What did Lightyear get? 6.1. That's even worse than Frozen 2. Okay, I haven't seen any of these. Soul, I heard Miller told me that Soul's like a 5 out of 5 or something. Toy Story 4? No, I haven't seen that. I remember seeing Toy Story 3. Okay, I saw The Incredibles 2. Oh my god, it's the Rogue One guy, Michael Giacchino or whatever. So 2018, that's a what, 5 years ago? No. Yeah, 5, no. What are the numbers here? Wait, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 6 years ago, I was almost there, guys. Finding Dory, I've seen Finding Dory. Inside Out, I've seen. Never seen a Cars movie in my life, but they all look terrible. There's no way a Cars movie is a good movie. I think I've seen like parts of Up because I rented it on like VCR or like DVD or something. WALL-E I've seen. Ratatouille, yes. The Incredibles, one of the greatest movies ever made. Finding Nemo, one of the greatest movies and games ever made. Monsters, Inc., seen it. Toy Story 2, yes. Bug's Life, yes. And Toy Story, yes. Fantastic. Look at that. Yeah, we're going to get 10 Toy Stories now. How exciting. I only knew the Mario movie was successful because I watched a kind of funny clip of them in disbelief that Inside Out 2 had made $1 billion, and they said that Mario did too. Crazy. I think I only heard about it because Blind Wave talked about it on their podcast or something. I like this trailer. It tricked me into thinking they had a good idea. It comes across as if we're talking about the Frozen 2 trailer, it came across as more mature. It was like, oh, this is kind of cool. She's like struggling. She's like trying to get across these waves. It's a bit scary. Oh my gosh, it's like kind of cool. But I don't have any context for it. Like I assume based on that, she's like trapped on an island or something. I don't know. Frozen 1 was base, says Kyle. Crazy. I saw it in a fancy theater when I was 12. That is pretty funny. Actually, no one will talk about it in 30 years. What's 30 years ago? Like 1990s? I mean, people still talk about... I mean, I guess there's not... I mean, there is a lot of stuff from the 90s that people still talk about, right? Like The Matrix, Phantom Menace. But these are like the massive, massive hits, right? But then there's a bunch of stuff. I think people will still remember Frozen in 30 years. The music is really good, Ari. Trust me. I mean, I believe you. I've heard of Let It Go. We love Let It Go. It's great. It's time to watch the Steven Gumbuster thing. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, we're midway through an Acolyte thing, I think. We're getting there. I think Elsa's grandfather was committing genocide or something. Oh my god. Now that I think about... Oh no, I was going to say I think I've seen a scene from Frozen, but no, I've only seen the scene where she's singing Let It Go. She's like in a castle or something. Coco is the best Pixar film. Oh my god. I wonder if Miller was talking about Soul or whatever. When he said the music was really good. Maybe that's what he's saying. Coco is the best Pixar film. Okay. Is Coco the one with the weird animation? Coco. Oh no, this is not what I was thinking. Why has it got skeleton people? What is this? It's terrifying. Monsters, Inc. is the coolest movie of all time. Best movie of all time, maybe. The Incredibles is lame. Cape's so funny, guys. I do think... I would be hard-pressed to find a superhero movie that is better than The Incredibles. What have I actually got on my Letterboxd? Wait, no. It probably is the best superhero movie I've ever seen. Or any of the... Oh, wait, what is it? I don't want the average rating. I want my rating. Lead Ari's rating. Highest first. Is Cloverfield a superhero movie? Probably not. Harry Potter doesn't count. Watchmen. Watchmen's really good, but it has some bits that aren't as good. The Incredibles, yes. Oh, Spider-Man 2 is really good. I think I prefer The Incredibles over Spider-Man 2 though, but that is a really good movie. Logan's good, but no, it's nowhere near The Incredibles. I mean, the Infinity War and Endgame are good, but they're kind of not really that standalone, I guess. X-Men Origins Wolverine. People don't like this movie for some reason. I really like this. This was fun. 2.4. Look at this, Deadpool. And oh my god, Wolverine. They're in the same movie. Isn't that crazy? That's like Deadpool's brother or something. Damn, this was a fun movie. I need to rewatch this. I also need to, before tomorrow, I need to watch a recap for the 2 Deadpool movies, because I hardly remember anything in them. It is very funny, Kyle. True, it is very funny. Edna Mode. I don't think the comedy is what's interesting about The Incredibles. I liked Cars. I liked Cars when I was little because my brain was not developed. But even back then, I was so off-put by the windshield eyes. Oh my god, Mir is an absolute genius here. Not liking Cars. We love it. Or liking Cars, I guess, back then, but not liking it now. Great. It is an ugly... It's a weird design, isn't it? Cars... Pixar. Disgusting. We hate this. Evangelion was 90s. Berserk. True, people still remember these things. That is true. Gunbuster, 90s. Oh my god. I should have never done a Spider-Man 2 rewatch. What, did it ruin it for you or something? That's really funny if it did. I rewatched it. I liked it a lot. I read the chapter. Crazy, bro. Oh, I'm gonna get there, okay? I'm gonna only stream for another like 20 minutes or something, you know? We're getting there. Okay, so I got a few people sent some videos. We have the Better Call Saul's finale is perfect. Here's why. Hot Boy Spicy. Why does Hot Boy Spicy sound familiar? We're not gonna watch this yet, if at all. This sounds like... Oops. Definitely seen the... Oh my god. Oh, it's this one. In defense of Mushoku Tensei's... Oh, it's this one. The one that, yeah, Kyle said this is like the greatest video ever or something, right? Okay, we'll watch the Better Call Saul video. Then we have a... Oh no, what is this? Roger D. Luigi. Is that Roger Base's full name? Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. Oh, well, okay. We'll watch like 5 seconds of this, alright? Look at this intricate setup. Is it a shopping center? This is great.
I can hear you, but I won't. Some look for trouble, while others don't. There's 1,000 reasons I should go about my day and ignore your whispers.
He's a good singer, unless it's like not him. I don't know.
Which I wish would go away. Oh. Whoa. You're not a voice. You're just a ringing in my ear. And if I heard you, which I don't, I'm spoken for, I fear. Everyone I've ever loved is here within these walls. So I'm sorry, secret siren.
Alright, I get the point. Okay. Crazy. This is great. The only thing I know about Roger's Base is that he used to react to manga chapters or something. I don't think I've ever watched a video of his. I guess now I've seen this, but I also didn't finish it. But I think it was like an Attack on Titan like reaction channel or something, right? For manga? I don't know. Maybe not. Crazy. Professional fanboy. I'm surprised he only has 360k subs. I thought he was like bigger than this. But we love him. Okay. That was a great video. The best superhero movie is Logan. Logan is really good. Oh man, Crowd Strike. True, I don't know much about it, but there is a video about it here. Best superhero movie is Amazing Spider-Man 2, obviously. That is the most Kyle Entertainment answer ever. I took my job it took my job completely down on Friday. Crazy. What do you do during during the day then? You just do nothing? Crazy. Roger loves Frozen so much. Interesting. Gotta respect it. I respect him so much he gives his all to everything. True. Although I can't say true because I don't know him at all. It sounds like Italy Unknown. I don't know anything about music, okay, so I don't know what Italy Unknown is. Gunbuster is from the 80s, Elidari. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Crazy. 89 or something? 88? His AOT reactions, yeah, I was watching him for those last few chapters. Yeah. A different era. Unless he still does them. So, I don't know, not for Attack on Titan, obviously, but in his final chapter reaction, he said, I can still never forgive Gabby. It was great. True, what a guy. That's like something the normies would say. We love it. We love the normies. You know what? I haven't actually watched the normies video in so long. Because I've just been watching Blind Wave. Who is this? I recognize her. Oh, she's the TikTok lady. What are they being putting out these days? House of the Dragon? I haven't watched any of those. Oh, this one already came out. Oh my god. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. My Hero. God, can you believe they started the sub for that one episode and ruined all their reactions? God, I gave up. Oh, they're watching Ahsoka? That's really funny. And a bunch of stuff I don't know about. What is this giant thing? Improv. The normies fight Shigaraki, sort of. My Hero Academia improv game. I think I watched this. Or like I listened to it. So this was, I guess I watched this 12 days ago. Crazy. Kyle so real on Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm an OG. Yeah, he does One Piece mostly. No wonder I don't watch any of his videos. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is such an easy 1 out of 10. I think I'd give it like a... I don't remember enough. I even did watch this pretty recent, like 2 years ago. It would either be a 2 or a 3, I think. I remember thinking it had some cool fights. And like cool... Yeah, I think cool fights. I don't know. I think the relationship was like kind of cool. I like the relationship stuff. Am I logged in? No, I'm not. Oh boy, how am I going to find this? Can you like search someone's ratings? What year did it come out? We can search by year. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Jesus Christ. The one thing I remember from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is I think Truly Reviews made a review. Or like Mr. Tardis Reviews. And he said it was like really bad. 2014. And that like made me not watch the movie for years. I was like, oh, if he says it's bad, it must be bad or something. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else though. 2014. Okay. Oh my god, I'm great. Look at this. Amazing Spider-Man 2. 3 out of 5. I don't think I left a review. 2.9 out of 5. But they kiss good Miller, and that's all that matters. True, the relationship stuff was good. CrowdStrike outages took down my team's database, so I spent a day troubleshooting with teams who relied on our database. Yep, that sucks. My goodness. Andrew Garfield acts like a creep in that film. Does he? I don't remember that at all. Maybe. And isn't he like a nerd or something? I don't know. And don't they, remember that time Andrew Garfield was in Doctor Who? Crazy. And don't they like fight and break up for most of that film? Yeah, but that's the good relationship stuff. We love that. Arya skipped many of my messages. I'm asking for a refund. That's not my fault, Kyle. For some reason, the messages you send just get filtered out from YouTube. What is this? Oh, it's a fan. I was looking at the top. It has like an option to click the type of chat, and it had a blue symbol next to it. Because there's top chat, live chat, which is what I always have, so I see all your messages, and then there's fan funding. So I think when CeeLo Pilt subscribed, it like activated a new mode of chatters, so I can only see CeeLo Pilt if I click on it. Crazy. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 I thought it would be terrible, so I had a lot of fun on a rewatch. Spider-Man 2 I thought would be good, and I couldn't believe how dog the writing was. Interesting. I think Spider-Man 2 is a very cliche, overdone film these days because, you know, it came out at a time where there weren't as many superhero movies. But, you know, the concept of a hero who can't live up to the things expected of them and they'd rather just live a normal life. That concept's obviously been done a million times, so I can understand that. I think the writing, I can't speak too specifically because it has been a while since I rewatched it, but I say this every time. So if I've talked about this on stream before, I'm sorry guys, but I think the highlight of that movie is in that final scene with Otto, where I just remember, I wish I remembered the details, but like the whole movie is basically Peter who's trying to understand who he is and what he wants to do in life, basically. And in that moment, I think Otto's like, he like gives the villain in that moment who's kind of regaining his sanity for a second. He like imparts the lesson that Peter has kind of learned throughout the movie to Peter, and he says it so simply, and it's like, man, like this guy was like it like frames Otto was like a very interesting mentor, who's like, if only he didn't lose his mind, he could be so valuable to Peter's life. And also Peter in that moment kind of it like solidifies the message of the movie. I don't know, I don't remember enough, but I remember thinking that was a really interesting scene. So anyway, oh my god, Trilby was so mad. So was him, I guess. Yeah, crazy. I remember. Yeah, I remember it stuck out to me. And ever since then, for like 10 years until I watched it, I was like, yeah, I remember this is not a good movie because Trilby reviews didn't like it. Steve M, Elite Ari, Steve M. We're getting there, okay? Let me catch up on chat and then I'll do some videos. And then I have to leave, okay? Amazing Spider-Man was great. Refreshing to watch Spider-Man where the love interest doesn't cheat on Spider-Man constantly. That was a thing in the original ones. I remember a lot of weird cheating stuff or a lot of weird relationship stuff, which was probably improved in the Amazing Spider-Man. YouTube knows to flag Kyle as spam. That is true. I did say KYS in one of them. That's probably why. Gunbuster. Okay, so. Oh boy, that was the Roger Space one. We have...
Dragon Ball is one of the...
No, Dragon Ball didn't invent shonen. An hour and 40 minutes. I wonder what did invent shonen. Was it Astro Boy or did that just invent anime? It'll be some niche thing I've never heard of, I'm sure. Okay, the CrowdStrike thing. We got the Acolyte. I think I get the point of this. Jedi Stoic. The Acolyte, they're not Stoic. Whatever, we can close that. We don't need this tab anymore. I Am All the Jedi. We've seen that. We got the Better Call Saul thing. By the channel we generally thought did a good job, so this could be interesting. Then we have a Gunbuster. Is this Steven? He looks like Ludwig, or at least if I saw this, I'd be like, oh my god, it's Ludwig. Crazy. Do we really want to watch a Gunbuster thing? Not really. Shonen isn't for me. We have another Shonen video. Oh, it's a Crossdorf video. My goodness. Chat, shut up. I'm here to watch Spider-Man, not a trashy soap opera. No, that's every movie. Every good movie is a trashy soap opera. Leodari has said everyone looks like Ludwig. You know, a lot of people do look like Ludwig. 60 views. I mean, 60 subscribers. That's crazy. How does Miller find these things? Wait, was it Miller? Yeah, it was Miller. Crazy. Everyone is wrong about The Last of Us Part 2. I wonder if this is Miller's secret channel. Let's see what Miller sounds like, guys.
Few pieces of media across the globe that I feel confident in saying 99% of the people currently engaging with the medium of anime and manga have at least some experience with, more than likely through its anime or manga. But if not, then the numerous pieces of media that came after that contain the DNA of Dragon Ball, even if they haven't finished or flat out dislike it, they've seen one of the many iconic moments within the series in passing. The series is utterly inescapable and impossible to remove from our cultural zeitgeist. Dragon Ball is one of those stories that transcends the medium it's from, as not only has its sense of adventure blend into the fantasy genre of games, animation, and even books, but you can find the expectations for even Western action series to forever have Dragon Ball over their shoulder. I would classify Dragon Ball in a similar vein to Marvel or Star Wars, in the sense that the franchise is so large that even if a vocal part of the audience were to dislike the direction a new entry goes, the series is far too big to fail. Point is, Dragon Ball is a titanic media franchise.
Is it too big to fail? Depends what you mean by fail, I guess. I don't know.
But we all knew that. However, what's much less known is much of what came before Dragon Ball in terms of...
Alright, we're not watching a whole hour-long video, but I was mildly interested, okay? It's Nunmunji rebranded? Nunmunji rebranded. Oh, this channel? I don't even know what that is, Nunmunji. I'm not much of a AnyTube digester. Okay.
My Hero Academia.
I quit My Hero Academia. Now I'm back. Oh my god. All these long videos right when I'm ending the stream. Okay, let's see. Let's watch this. Why did he return? I'm guessing he thought when Deku turned dark, it was too quick and it was rushing to its ending, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, is one of my favorite animes ever. Is what I would have said if this was 2019. Okay, let me explain. You see, many moons ago, I was actually a massive fan of My Hero Academia. I probably watched seasons 1 to 3 a million times each, and then season 4
a million times? Really? I doubt that. That's an exaggeration.
came out, and I just sort of stopped. Why? Well, that's what I want to try to figure out. I personally doubt that it was something as simple as I grew out of it, mostly because I was 28 when I stopped watching, not 12, and given that I am now 33 and thought a mustache was a good idea, I can't exactly trust my own judgment either. This, therefore, makes My Hero Academia suddenly one of the strangest review series I have ever attempted, because I've seen
Wait a minute.
Academia suddenly one of the strangest review series I have.
Wait a minute. We got a little bit more forward. For a second, I thought this was Jordan Peterson. Does anyone see that? I don't know why. I guess it's like the hairstyle. It like slightly looks a bit gray. I don't know, the longish face. I don't know. To me, I was like, this is Jordan Peterson right here for a second. I don't know if anyone else can see that, but there you go. All right.
Attempted. Because I've seen and adored the first 30% of the series, that portion's coverage will be more akin to my Ultimate Dragon Ball Z reviews, where I passionately and comprehensively break down exactly why I think this story is so brilliant, while also trying to iron out specifically how.
Remember that one time we watched that stream on the Boo Saga or whatever? I mean, yeah, we watched this video on stream. I think Miller was the only one here, I think.
Whereas the latter 70% of the story will be entirely new to me, entirely blind. In the first half, I will feel like an expert, and as soon as I cross that threshold into the unknown, suddenly this series will transform into a singular mission to discover why I stopped, and in the process, hopefully, rediscover an old favorite I can read to completion. Oh yeah, also, I should mention, this will be my very first time reading the manga also, so I'm psyched to see what hidden surprises this has to offer in terms of bonus content not seen in the anime, as well as optimized pacing. But
now the real question is this his opinion, or did someone else write this script? Does he credit people if they write the script? I don't know, surely, right? Covers, soundtrack. I assume he wrote this? I don't know.
Despite everything I've just said, this series is going to require a superhuman effort to complete, but hopefully one that will be worth it in the end. I'm Toy Nut Mark, and this is my attempt at going plus ultra for Kohei Horikoshi's super-powered shonen smash hit. This is my review for My Hero Academia.
Oh, it's a review?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he tricked me into a review. I thought this was an essay on why it got better or something. Okay, the beginning, the entrance exam, the quirk assessments. What is this, season 1? My goodness, USJ rescue training. All right, he almost got me there. It is Numunji rebranded. He's a Crafts Dwarf Orbiter. Okay, interesting. Also, I'm going to Sill Elite RE. Crazy. That Dark Deku thing being rushed is the exact moment it turns bad. That is what I've heard from the majority of people. However, that final arc that they're currently doing in the anime, I like that a lot. I stayed up to watch a Steve M video, and now I'm watching Totally Not Mark. That is how it is. Die, RE, die. What? Look at this. Kyle getting around the censorship rules by using alternate spellings. He stopped at the same time I stopped. That's truly crazy. That is true. Well, it's the time at which I realized this was a recap video, okay? God, the anime is so trash that everyone thinks it falls off during the best stretch of arcs of the series. Well, okay, so I don't, Miller's being a bit vague here. I think he's referring to people starting to get annoyed at season 5, which is the Endeavor arc and the My Villain Academia arc, right? That's like unambiguously where most of the people I think turned on the series. That's like my understanding, I think. So Miller would be saying that those arcs are some of the best arcs. And he actually likes the Deku going dark arc because that came after that, right? I assume that's what he's saying. Mid Hero Academia fell off. Oh god, I love My Hero Academia. It's great. Mid Hero Academia fell off. Reviews and essays are the same, Elite Ari, and so are discussions and talking about. So that is true. Which is why I like videos such as that thing killed judo. I don't know how to spell judo. This is why we like videos like this, okay?
Remember when I said the conceit of this video series was that I'd write something about each episode of Neon Genesis Evangelion? Well, this video sure is something. Episode 3 isn't exactly my favourite episode of Eva, it's probably my least favourite episode of all of Evangelion. And I don't have anything all too cutting or insightful to share about this episode, but I promised something, so I'll deliver something. That thing killed Judah. This video will be shorter than usual.
Look at that, what an intro. He's like, I don't know much to say about this. That thing killed Judo. Let me just talk for the next 3 minutes. And it's great, it's amazing, we love it. Like this is a kind of review that I like. It's short, it's to the point, and they've already said their overall thoughts. So the rest of it is like, what's the rest gonna be, you know?
Judo, if you were unaware, is the most overrated character in the everlasting all-time great manga Berserk, written by our god and yours, Kentaro Miura. And in the climax of the Golden Age arc, also known as not the best arc in Berserk, this little event called the Eclipse happens that you've likely heard some rumors about. Basically, everybody dies and the main character is forced to watch as his girlfriend is sexually assaulted by his former best friend turned demon prince. And it's a whole thing. But one of the characters that dies in this event is our titular featured star, Judo, when he tries to scurry Casca, the girlfriend we were just talking about, out of this demon-infested situation. The demons, more correctly the apostles, chase after them, including this chicken fella, and eventually they are stopped and forced to confront this bloke, who looks like this. Very similar to the angel in this episode. See, we were always going somewhere.
Oh man, he's gonna make a Devilman reference any second now, I can tell.
Eventually the two of them take it down, surprisingly. Casca does have an official registered apostle killed to her name, Slay Queen, but in the process, Judo is skewered through the chest by this apostle's tentacle limbs, and he eventually bleeds to death. Therefore, that thing killed Judo, and the title for today's video. Evangelion did it first, if you were wondering. Evangelion first airing in 1995 and...
Look at this, it even has history in it. This is amazing. What a video. And I completely lost what I was talking about before.
Dragon Ball is one of the...
Probably totally not Mark. I have reviews and essays and all that. You'll love My Hero Academia's ending. It's literally the AOT ending. It's so bad. We'll see. Wait, is it over? Is the manga actually over now? From like season 4 to 6. Okay. Season 4 was really good. Okay. Season 5 was really good. Actually, season 5 was probably the weakest, but I really liked it. 6 was great, and 7 has been great so far. I personally dropped the manga when Deku was fighting the girl with purple hair. That would be the Dark Deku arc, I think. Don't play it, Talidari. I did. Oh my god, when it got bad and rushed, says Mill the Killer. I will kettle this man one day. He will be brain dead. I'm muting you. Let me know when you grow up, kid. We're done. Don't worry, Kyle. Not even the right year, I'm pretty sure. That's pretty funny. 2 chapters left. Okay, perfect. That gives me 2 weeks to catch up on the manga. As soon as I finish watching like 25 episodes of Ascendance of a Bookworm and watch a Jackie Brown movie, then finally we can read the manga. God damn. And then next month I'm gonna be on top of things. Okay, we're gonna watch the wheel spin things quickly. And then we're not gonna have to be bogged down by things. Okay. I say it's bad, but the epilogue made me cry twice. That is the way My Hero Academia goes. Okay, you could even say that it, let's get it up. All right. Where is it? You could say it has bursts of emotion in My Hero Academia. You could say that, right?
So here's what happens with My Hero Academia.
True. This is what happens with My Hero Academia. I'll be reading the epilogue, and then out of nowhere...
I'll be mildly entertained when out of nowhere something happens that grips me by the heart and makes me shed a tear.
True. That's Miller right now, reading the epilogue. Anyway... You better at least watch a minute of the Steve M video and say you don't like it. Ari, every time you get a Discord notification, I feel like I got a notification. You need to mute it. Well, the thing is, if I mute it, I just don't see them. Because initially for the first few streams, I think if you go back, they were muted. And then I was just like missing things left, right, and center. And I'm like, I need to turn them on. But yeah, my apologies. I felt the same thing because I'm a big Destiny watcher. I watch his streams, and in a few streams ago, he was like getting a bunch of voice calls on Discord. Like people were privately calling him, and he like gave me PTSD every time. And I was like, oh my god! I'd have like a moment of like, oh my god, someone's calling me right now, and I like, look to my monitor and no one's calling me. And it's just someone's calling Destiny. It was crazy. So I feel your pain, okay? But unfortunately, it's necessary. Dory Carl will watch. I think that's the next thing we'll watch. But then I have to go. Ari, I read that already. I need some closure. We're doing that, don't worry. Good luck staying awake during Bookworm. Is it boring? I guess we'll see. I can't give my thoughts on Bookworm, okay? I think I'm 8 or 9 episodes in, I think. Who recommended Bookworm if it wasn't Heath? I guess I don't know. I'll do a big shout out and we'll see. I think I have an idea. One of my friends talked about it recently, saying they've seen it, so maybe they recommended it. Do you think Deku will end up with Uraraka or Bakugo? Like romantically? Or like friendship wise? I don't even know. Do they have like a... I mean, Uraraka at some point obviously liked Deku. Like she would blush and she did the thing where she was like spinning around in the air or something. Deku likes Uraraka, right? I'm trying to think, like, what's the evidence for that, though, like, directly? Is there evidence that Deku likes her? Besides, like, in the first season, or first, like, chapter or whatever, first few chapters, saying that, like, he has a crush on her or something like that, right? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't feel like that's a romance that needs to be resolved by the end of the series. I think we can leave it open-ended, right? Maybe not. But then I was thinking, I'm not up to date on the manga, but all over my Twitter timeline, like a few weeks ago, everyone was shipping Toga and Uraraka. And I was like, is that like a thing? Are they gonna like get together? Which isn't out of the realm of possibility, but it's like, that'd be crazy if that happened. So I don't know. That's my wild prediction. Maybe they get together, which would be really weird. But I don't know. That's for some reason I saw it all over my Twitter timeline. Anyway, so conclusion, no, I don't think Deku's getting with either Uraraka or Bakugo. I think he's just going to be a nice solo person for the rest of his life. I almost convinced myself that someone was pinging me, but deleting the messages before I could read it. No, it's just me. Good old me. I just read the light novel for Bookworm. Or just read the light novel for Bookworm. Well, too bad. Someone recommended the anime, and I'm already committed. I'm in the anime. But you know what? If I like it a lot, then I will read the light novel, I guess. Do you approve my recent recommendation? I don't know. Did I? Let's see. Remember, you can recommend things for me to consume if you go to eliteari.com. I guess I did Apocalypse Now. True. I saw that yesterday. Do you think there will be an adult time skip? I think he'll be a coward and not do one. Let's see. Is there anything that has not ended in a time skip? Demon Slayer, I don't want to spoil it, but Demon Slayer ends in like some type of time skip. Attack on Titan ends in a time skip. What else have I seen? Something else ends in a time skip that I saw recently. So probably? I don't know. I feel like it'll probably end at a time skip. You read the end of the Uraraka versus Toga fight? I don't think so. Unless, maybe. I don't think so. I think I'm a bit behind. What am I on? 300 the last thing I remember was All Might stepping in to like fight, and he had like an Iron Man. Everyone was like, oh, it's an Iron Man thing. But that was like the latest chapter at the time, so no one really knew what he was holding. But it was like he was holding like a suitcase or something. That's the last thing I remember. Is Toga the crazy one? Yeah, she is. She's hot, bro, says Kai Entertainment. Naruto ends in a time skip. I feel like everything does. Even like Dragon Ball Z ends in like a 10-year time skip. So probably. It's like the most shonen thing ever. Hunter x Hunter doesn't end, so we don't know. It's not over yet. Okay, we can't watch this shonen thing. This will be next time. Oh, I should save it somewhere. No, it's still in the actually. Let me just add this to the playlist so I remember for next time. Okay. Potential stream videos. Better Call Saul's final scene is perfect. And I feel like I've seen this. I thought it was just about the final season, but I do think I've actually seen this. On stream, maybe. You know what I need? I need a better way to chronicle what I've watched on stream. I guess this is something I can do next time. I'll put it in my like to-do list. Chronicle things I've watched / done on stream. The thing I was doing a few months ago was I would take the transcript and I made a custom GPT. Like on ChatGPT, you can make like a custom ChatGPT basically that will let me like query the streams. And I'll be like, oh, when did I talk about this or whatever? And it like gives you like a timestamp of like when I talked about it. Or like it'd be like, oh, name all the times that I talked about like anime or something. It'll give me like a bunch of anime related things. So that was kind of interesting. I guess I could keep doing that, but I don't know. I stopped doing it a few months ago. And it's not as specific as I would like, I guess. Like, it'd be easier to keep track like this. Because it also, when you look into the transcript, it mixes up like what I'm saying with like what the video is saying that I'm watching. And that can be a bit messy. Okay, this is Better Call Saul thing. Let's save this. CrowdStrike, that's already on the list. What's this thing? Okay, we'll finish by watching this 10-minute Gunbuster thing, okay? Oh, okay. Oh my god, you need an Excel spreadsheet of the videos you've watched, Lidari. That is true. But it's too much effort. I need to log in and use a watch history thing.
Jax.
True, this is the Gunbuster jingle.
If Gainax could come up with...
I guess for context for anyone listening, recently I watched Gunbuster for the first time. And I discussed it with Kyle Entertainment and It's Mir. So we have this video here.
Oh my god.
Where we talked about Gunbuster for almost 2 hours. So yeah.
If an anime that would sell at least 10,000 copies, then Bandai would
Why is it so slow? Oh my gosh. Oh, why did I bring it in the little window? Oh my god.
gladly fund it. Upon hearing this, Okada worked on the proposal for Aim for the Top, also known as Gunbuster. But it fell into
I
development.
feel like every video I watch these days is quiet, but it probably just is my hearing. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should like get my ears cleaned or something, you know?
Limbo because no director was attached to it. At the time, Arno was working closely with Studio Graviton, but something in Yamaga's script drew him in and back to the studio. He needed to direct it.
I wrote the base story, then I gave it to Yamaga, and I told him to write the screenplay, and Yamaga said,
Okay, this is my kind of work. But don't hope for a good screenplay. I'm going to make a stupid robot girl anime.
And I said, like, okay.
Yet it was the scientific concepts that drew Arno in, the time dilation, the theory that time passes faster on Earth than it does for those in space, reminding Arno of an old Japanese folklore piece. But forget the string theory or whatever, they were working on a shoestring budget. Both of their productions at that time were bankrolled by Bandai, and since their last big project didn't perform, Gunbuster was relegated to side project status.
I was devastated when our first work, Royal Space Force, failed. The people who watched anime don't want that kind of work. It was a failure in terms of advertising strategy, even for some people who don't watch anime. So I made Gunbuster with the irony, okay, people want to see robots and half-naked girls go into space. He was playing to the gallery. As producer Okada stated, Project Eiko was what the anime fans at the time were looking for, so they kind of did that. With Gunbuster, I tried to show something different that could be created by doing robot animation. Also, negative opinions about parodies and such were becoming more and more widespread, so I wanted to try and show that even parodies can become a methodology. Never is the show quite as much a parody as in episode 1, all but condensing large chunks of Aim for the Ace into it. And not just the beats, but the directing style of Osamu Dezaki.
It is kind of funny that the parody only works if you're familiar with the thing it's parodying, right? And I don't think I'm familiar with the stuff, so I don't know.
However, the rest of Gunbuster wasn't concerned with do-overs. That was only a starting point for its metamorphosis. Comical youth all the way to melancholic adulthood. Noriko would return to Japan a stranger out of time. After the war, everything had passed her by, leading her once again into the fray. Transformed from the scared schoolgirl through the discipline of sports manga, not to mention 80s montage, we see a slow growth of courage which creates that Gainax spirit. The influence of Captain Okita was very big. Goro Naya's voice telling us to overcome our fears and believe in tomorrow. I said, yes, that's it! The ultimate beautiful fighting girl at the end of the galaxy, but what use are bold speeches without larger-than-life music to accompany them? Kohei Tanaka was a composer with ties to big Toei franchises. He was told to be Vangelis, basically, of Blade Runner fame. And the spirit of that music is deeply set in those Moog synths, while marrying it with overblown orchestral next to a 80s pop sheen.
I feel like maybe it's because I'm only watching some of the best that when it comes to the 90s, like, you know, Evangelion, Berserk, and also this was like 1980 or whatever, and Revolution Girl Utena. When was Utena actually? Anime. Yeah, 1997. All of these shows that I watched from the 80s and 90s have really, really good soundtracks. Like all of them. Like really, really good. Including Gunbuster, that I have a lot of like, not a lot, I guess, but the two things I think of, which are the OP and that first tune in the opening, and I guess the thing in the fight in episode 5 or 4 or whatever, whichever one isn't the opening. Like these are really good. Like all time, really great things. Like I wonder if there was like more effort put on, not effort, more like attention placed on music production behind like older anime or something. I don't know. Oh my god, he expects me to read these subtitles? Oh my god. At a 1.5 times speed. And I was also at the end of 2 shoots, so I was a bit dizzy myself. You shouted, Buster Beam, and then you said, breathing on your shoulder, go ahead. I was overwhelmed by your power. Then I shouted Buster Beam and I asked, is that okay?
It isn't a wholly serious work, but tone was contested back in the day by fans, wondering if Gunbuster was a parody or not. There are 2 impulses that arise when you make animation. 1, this is a real, true story. It's got a plot. That's just not animation. But then that calms down. And that idealism turns cold. And it turns just into, oh, it's just an anime. It's just animation. It's not something with a real plot. So what I wanted to do in Gunbuster was combine those 2 elements. While you're watching a parody and relaxing, you're thinking, oh, well, this is a parody. And then at the same time, with the plot, you see, you get the feeling. It's great that I'm watching animation. Taking merits from its...
I don't know. Maybe he'll can go on to say this, and he gave like one brief example before. But what does it mean when he says parody? Like, what is it parodying, right? Like, would you say that? Yeah, I guess that's interesting because Kill La Kill, like I think we were talking about it earlier, I guess briefly. That's a parody of something, right? How would you describe that? Because it's absurd. It's like it's parody of shonen, I guess, generally, right? Where it's like you get powers from clothing and I don't know. I guess I don't remember enough about it, but like, what is Gunbuster parodying?
Its contrasting features, its genuine energy to take on whatever style it needs in that moment, one which will take you off guard, like its psychological drama. The characters go through hell and back emotionally, but ultimately Gunbuster is optimistic in the face of defeat. Hot-blooded determination wins out time and time again. Yet there is something sad in the circular lives of these soldiers, repeating the same tragedies, generationally. Even if Noriko doesn't fall to her father's fate, the results remain the same, as she sacrifices any chance of a normal life for the future of Japan. Returning to Leiji Matsumoto, his own staples weigh heavy on this project. Beyond just the captain, it's the valiant sacrifice of a daring hero, or to put it another way, Bushido.
The story starts in Okinawa, branded as the training ground for the new Japanese empire. If it wasn't enough just to take Okinawa back from the Americans, they annexed Hawaii according to Arno, really showing the power of this new empire, who have both cultural and military dominance around the world. It is an age of unending empires, where the US is not their threat anymore, it's actually the Soviets, going back to a war from generations past. But Gunbuster leaves most
I've heard all these points from Kyle Entertainment during our discussion.
That on the cutting room floor. It's kill or be killed in the ultimate alien invasion, or almost clinical in their destruction of mankind. But I can't help but feel that this is almost like watching Starship Troopers, a perfect propaganda machine, without any political implication to worry about. This victory will be Japan's and no one else's, with the final battle mirroring the war propaganda movie, Battle of Okinawa. The question is then, is this leftover influences from Yamato and others, or perhaps some sort of statement about the political and economic strength of Japan during this time period? It's kind of hard to clarify because of how many people worked on the project. But this isn't the only time Gainax has been accused of this sort of thing.
One sector of the fan community denounced the film.
Was that the end? Oh no, it's still
complaining of antisocial and even right-wing story elements. What an idiotic thing to say. It was just the kind of half-witted argument sci-fi fans love to toss around. Seriously, the whole point of our film was simply to make you laugh.
The perspective here shows a difference in generation. The early otaku were of Japan's student movement, and that political energy embedded itself in the experience. Where Arno's generation were apolitical and divorced from war, they had become apathetic. They'd never even seen a battle. These instruments had became basically symbols more than anything else.
I know they're weapons of war, however there's a beauty in this unadored functionality, totally separate from that. A fighter plane and battleships have a simple unadored beauty I'm drawn to, but I don't want to see them in action, killing people. Yamaga nor Arno were that kind of strong director like a Miyazaki. On a Gainax anime project, everyone has to be the director, well, allegedly. The creation of Gunbuster's story went through a 4-man rotation. A lot of it was changed on the fly when they made it. Arno's direction was clearest towards the end, as he took a larger role in the story, and it's reflective in its tone. But that almost didn't happen. Depending on the sales, we may have never passed episode 4, which was a pretty fine finale, but luckily the sales were strong enough to get a true finale. That didn't mean Arno had an easy ride. Directing was a new experience to him, and he didn't always take it well.
When background art director rejected refinement in Gunbuster episodes 5 and 6, Arno started trembling.
For the finale, Arno wanted the enjoyment of a vintage Japanese film. It was watching Ultraman on a monochrome television that inspired it. I realize special effects look better in black and white. When you have color, you have an extra dimension of information. Color would have gotten in the way in the sense of the scale we wanted to portray with the black hole bomb. Also, no one had ever done that before. While it was a huge
Wait, what did he say? Wait a minute.
For the finale, Arno wanted the enjoyment of a vintage Japanese film. It was watching Ultraman on a monochrome television that inspired it. I realize special effects look better in black and white.
Special effects look better in black and white. I guess that's a fine thing. Some people could think that.
When you have color, you have an extra dimension of information. Color
That's true.
Would have gotten in the way in the sense of the scale we wanted to portray with the black hole bomb.
I don't understand why adding color would betray the scale. I don't know.
Also, no one had ever done that before. While it was a huge...
How would adding color, adding an extra dimension, betray the scale? I don't understand. But I mean, it's his opinion. He's the director. It's I don't know.
Huge practical benefit for the anime, speeding up the production greatly. It also caused the producers no end of trouble. In its final episode, you can see Gainax's beating heart, its fully formed formula all coming together at once. The strong sales made sure the studio would live another day.
Kinda, because the cost of...
Is that the end? Oh, no, there's more. Oh my god, we're still going.
Gunbuster was fixed, and it was pretty much a budget of about a third of what they had prior, even though they made exactly the same amount of animation. So they had to once again take the brunt of those costs on themselves. Thus, the studio's priorities moved to different fields. Video games, where they believed their own strong aesthetic talent...
Oh my god, they made video games? I had no idea.
...could take advantage of the market. Gunbuster was the first other anime to be featured in one of these Aero games. The studio came to specialize in this gradually. as the numbers of staff members working solely on PC games doubled. But then NHK appeared with a pitch for something completely new.
Alright, I guess that's the end of that. I mean, in fairness, I didn't start this video at the beginning. I'm sure he links sources here, right? I think I'd be more interested in reading the actual interviews, obviously this video has great value because it'll compile things that you wouldn't find otherwise, right? This is a great video as a resource to look into the history of Gainax and stuff. I guess personally, I'd just be more interested in reading the actual full interviews. Gunbuster. I'm curious if there is the parody interview here. Oops. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Does he put the numbers on screen, right? When he's talking about stuff?
Result
45, 47. I think this is the parody thing, right?
Parody or not. There are two impulses that are
34. Oh, wait, what? Are these numbers not corresponding? This is Gunbuster, right? Interview 34. Return of the taking Toshio Okada at the Anime 96 web archive. I guess I should read chat. Just wait a minute. Okay. I feel the same with video. Oh wait, can you still install an extension? What was I talking about? The quietness, maybe? I don't remember. Maybe. I feel actually there probably is an extension I should install because I know there's people who can adjust tab volumes or whatever. I feel the same with videos being quiet. Well, that's good to hear. Oh my god, Izumaki kick. Inazuma kick, sorry. I did check it out, and you know what? The kick didn't stand out to me, okay? I rewatched it, and it still doesn't stick out to me. Well, this really does change my perspective. I know you mentioned some of this, Kyle, but hearing how they phrase it is very interesting. That is true. There was some subtle changes about, like, the detail thing wasn't referenced. They said something more about, like, it adds another, no. The sense of scale? I don't know. I feel like it wasn't exactly what Kyle said, but it was close enough. Bro, Leodari is looking at his phone. Yeah, I was, quickly. Yeah, it's a great video, Mia. Probably the best on all of YouTube. I don't know about that. It's parodying sports, anime, and montages, and training to get good. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I know my hero, he gets mad too. I think I might rewatch this with this video in mind. What a great idea. Oh my god, Mia's got the rewatch bug already. It is a good show. I like the show. Also, this explanation of the black and white makes a lot more sense than the more detailed reasoning. Oof. That's what I just said a few seconds ago. Crazy. They made porn games. Now let's watch the Nadia section. We're not watching that. And the Ava section. The 34 interview is probably everywhere in the video, Ari. Oops. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's probably linked at the beginning. Alright, so parody. Anime America 1996. Actually, is this worth reading? Self-parody. Alright, I don't have time for this. But crazy. My goodness, sources, I'm glad. Maybe I'll read one of these interviews on one of these streams. We'll find more about Gunbuster. Alright. What time is it? 2:13 a.m. Crazy. Well, I'm gonna go read Chainsaw Man. So it's probably linked at the beginning. True. Yeah, I'm gonna go read Chainsaw Man. Tomorrow I am watching Deadpool and Wolverine, so I probably won't be streaming unless I come home and like stream afterwards. I guess that also, well, I also don't know if I'd be recording Chainsaw Man tomorrow. I'll communicate with Kyle Entertainment. Okay. Watch Nostalgia Critic. Oh my god, how long is it? I got to get up soon, Alidari, for a 9-hour shift. That's good. The search for Nostalgia Chick. Why is it in Russian? It's a Russian re-upload? Russian subtitle? Does he have a big Russian fan base or something? Are you going to watch a Deadpool, Kyle? I doubt that Kyle's going to watch Deadpool. But yeah, tomorrow I'm doing that, so... yeah, no streaming. And the day after, probably, unless I'm recording Chainsaw Man. We'll see.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. I gotta tell you, I get email after email of people asking me to review shows like She-Ra or My Little Pony and so on and so forth. And trust me, I'd love to, but there's just one tiny little problem. I have testicles. And as a person who possesses testicles,
goodness.
I didn't watch these shows growing up.
13 years ago. It was a different era, guys. My goodness. 2011.
So, I need someone who doesn't have testicles to review these shows, more specifically, a female. That is why I'm starting a worldwide search for the nostalgia chick. I am looking for a woman who can make her own videos and comment on the nostalgic girl shows and movies of the 80s and 90s. If you think
When is Kyle Entertainment going to make one of these videos?
you're funny and have great knowledge of anything nostalgic, this is the opportunity for you. All you have to do is make a video reviewing something nostalgic as the nostalgia chick. What the character is like is totally up to you, and you can submit as many variations of the character as you want. Upload your video to YouTube or Rever, I suggest Rever because you actually get paid for it, and send us a link to your
What
video.
the hell is Revo? I've never heard of that before. Or we're not opening the Revo website. I have no idea what it is. Revo was an I'm getting so distracted. I need to leave. Wait. Revo was an American video sharing website that hosted user-generated content until it shut down in 2011, which is, I think, when this video came out. But this is probably a re-upload from, like, earlier. Crazy.
Your video, if it's good enough, will be posted on this very site along with all the other contestants. Now, there are a few rules that you have to abide by. Number 1, you have to make the video longer than 8 minutes. 8 minutes is the minimum that you have to make it.
Jesus.
Number 2, you have to be over the age of 18 to apply. Number 3, if chosen, you must be able to get a video to us at least once every 2 weeks. If you give it to us less than that, we can't use you. 4, you must be able to speak English. This is an English-speaking site, and therefore you have to speak it. I don't care if you have an accent or if you're from another...
Is it an English-speaking... I guess Revo or whatever might be an English-speaking site. That's pretty funny. YouTube is not an English-speaking site.
nationality or something, but you must be able to speak English very well. 5, no dudes in drag. No guys dressing up like women saying, I'm the nostalgia chick. No, we want women only. 6, all submissions must be sent to us before August 25th, 2008, before midnight American Eastern Standard Time. And that's it. If you want to be an internet star or you know somebody who wants to be an internet star, tell them about this video or submit your own video yourself. If there's any questions you have, just let us know and we'll fill you in. And yes, you can use copyright material as long as it's used for...
Oh, so it's from an actual website? That guy something? Without... This is before YouTube, I guess?
satirical purposes like what we do. You can't just show an entire movie or something like that. So, get filming, turn yourself into a star. I'm the nostalgia critic. Are you the nostalgia chick?
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're a completely different era, guys, of the internet. This is what the internet was like when I was younger, okay? I know all of you, you're on your early 20s, you barely remember back when YouTube first started, but I remember. I was there. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on chat and that's it. I don't wanna, but I can't see an R movie with the family. Don't be silly now. Oh wait, no, he said I wanna, but I can't see an R movie with the family. Don't be silly now. Crazy. And I only see movies in New Zealand. There's no way this is how Lindsay Ellis got famous. Really? Wait, is that who was chosen? Is that the Barbie channel? We watched that bad Barbie video? Or am I thinking of someone else? No, I think this is someone else. I didn't know it was a fucking contest. She owes all her success to Doug. That's incredibly embarrassing. This is gonna be my story one day, Kyle, when I'm really big and famous, and they're gonna be like, he was spun off the Kyle Entertainment channel. People are gonna look it up. They're gonna be like, what is this channel with 11k subs? It's gonna be great. She didn't even come up with the name. She shouldn't be allowed to live this down. Channel Awesome History is absurd. That is what I'm finding out slowly over these streams when when Miller sends like random clips from the Nostalgia Critic. A little transphobia from Doug Walker. I think a lot of transphobia there. Oh man, Nostalgia Critic is over party. True. That was an in good taste joke. True. Back in the day, probably. Ain't no way he ended with a kiss. He's a performer, okay? Remember that one time he quit his job or whatever and he did like a big dance and thing with a speaker? That was sick. Anyway, he ended with a kiss. Glad he made you laugh again, Ari. True. He is... I'll give it to him. He's funny. He's a funny guy. Do you think Doug Walker was looking for his maiden wife? That is how it came across. Ari, you loved that Barbie video. I made you admit it. I don't know about that. That was Broy Deschanel, the best bread tuber. So finally, this video accidentally created BreadTube. Thank you, Doug. Oh my god. All right. That's it. Thank you for coming. You were here for an hour and 48 minutes. Look forward to the digest with its new format. Could be worse, could be better, could be exactly the same. I guess we'll have to see. But see you next time.